In this screencast, I'll run through the steps to install and configure the Greenbone Security Manager. The actual process can take up to or more than 60 minutes because of the downloading of the community feed. So I think you should factor that in to when you are doing your installation. Okay, so we'll go to New, and then we'll give it a name, and I'm just going to call it GSM Trial VU21995. We'll do Linux, and then the version is going to be other 64-bit. We'll go next, and now we'll set it, I'm just going to give it 4 gig of RAM, and next. I'm just going to create hard disk now, and I'm going to keep it as VDI. I'm going to keep it dynamically, and I'm going to give it 20 gig of storage, and let's create that. Okay, now we're just going to go through and do a few settings. So we'll go to settings, and we'll go to system, and go to processor, and we'll give it 2 CPUs. Now we'll go back to motherboard, we'll uncheck the floppy because we're not going to use it. We'll keep the chipset as default. We're going to change the pointing device to the PS2 mouse, and we're going to enable EFI. We need to do this. This is important. If you don't do this, it won't work. We'll then go OK. Actually, we'll go down to storage, and we'll insert our ISO into the virtual optical drive. So I'm just going to hit on the GSM trial here. And I'm just going to go down to audio and disable audio, we don't need it. We'll go to network, and I'm going to be using bridge network, so bridged adapter. And I'm going to disable my USB, which is why I use the PS2 mouse. We'll go OK. Okay, and that's that all set up. Now we'll just go to start. And when we start, we're going to get this pop-up box. So what we need to do is just hit the drop down box here and select our ISO. So to select the correct ISO, so I'm going to select my GSM trial ISO, and then we can hit start. I'm just going to turn off my back behind. Okay, so now we're just going to start setting up. Use the cursor keys to go up and down, and the tab key to go down to the yes and no. So we're just going to yes, we're about to install all data. The GSM trial is now being prepared. This can take a couple of minutes to go through, but now we're through. We can do admin. I'm just going to keep the admin as default, and then give it a password. I'm going to use my super secret password of secret hash. And hit OK. We're successfully set up, so we need to reboot, so I'm just going to go yes, and I'm going to have the CD eject, so we'll hit yes. When it reboots, have a look. You need to have a look at the top when it reboots, because it will tell you not to log in, so don't log in, wait. It will reboot at any moment. Now we log in. At this point here, we can log in with my admin and my secret hash. So we're going to, you can see welcome. So it's going to our start menu. We need to finish setting up. So we'll hit yes. We're going to create a web interface user, and I'm just going to use admin and my secret hash password. And once the user's created, we will need to set up our feeds. Here we don't have anything, so we're just going to skip, and it will use the community feed. And yes, we're going to download the feed. So we just started the background, and it's performing some checks. Now, at this point here, you could go down to display information about your GSM and have a look, and it'll tell you there's a background operation. But you could also use a browser from another machine and log into your Greenbone GSM and check for the feed up status.